Let's get it started. Let's get it started. Good morning. We're going to get started today. I cannot wait to talk to y'all about life today. I came up with the idea for today just based on looking like me just processing what it means to be in relationships and how that can look sometimes. Um, So one, let's do our check-in. How are y'all? How was your weekend? How is your life going? How are you managing stress? How are you supporting yourselves? How are you practicing self-care? What does all of that look like? I hope that y'all are taking really good care of yourselves. I hope you're taking really good care of yourselves because we're going to get into the ish today. As a total side note, I hope y'all are drinking water. It is such a necessary part of self care. Um, all that water does, all the benefits of drinking water, make sure you do that. Okay, so we're going to get into the topic of today. The topic for today is hello, is, are we investing in the idea of a relationship or a person or the actual relationship or person? What does that mean? I'm confused. Sometimes, we can invest in an idea of something. So, oh shoot, give me 1 second, y'all. I'm tripping, bruh. Okay, I'm tripping. Um, what does that mean? That can mean, sometimes we are so invested in the idea of something or someone through desire. Oh, I really want someone with money. I want someone that's kind. I want someone that's considerate. I want to be in a relationship. I want a companion. I want XYZ, XYZ. We have so many ideas of what we want, right? When we get invested in those ideas, sometimes that supersedes our investment in the person. So let's say you go out and you get yourself a boyfriend. Oh, he's so nice and kind. Oh, I just wanted someone who would think of me, who was considerate, who, would desire to spend their life with me, who wants to spend. Now, are you talking about what you wanted and you desired, and is that all that you see? Or do you actually see the person? Are you actually invested in knowing, exploring, assessing the person to determine if they're appropriate for you? Are you invested in the idea of who they are or what they could be to you? Does that make sense to everyone? Those are two very different things. Being invested in the idea of someone could shadow or shade our ability to really reasonably assess their capability of providing for us, um, us connecting with them, and us being reasonable about what they can and cannot do. You know, Sometimes the idea is the priority, and that's unfortunate for both of you. Um, for example, if again you're someone who says, well, I don't want to be alone, I want to be with someone. Now you can be with someone. What that's going to look like when you're with them is a whole different thing. And are they with you? Are they invested in you or just invested in the idea of you? That can make a huge difference in the behavior in the relationship and compassion and the empathy consideration area. It just creates a barrier between those two individuals in them not necessarily being invested in the person, but the idea. Right. At the moment they don't get whatever that idea is, the relationship, whatever it was, is over. It is not going to exist outside of the idea because it can't. Right. Because I'm not invested in the person, I'm invested in the idea. I'll parallel it to jobs. People don't usually stay for the job, they stay for the people. Do I have great work relationships? Am I treated well? Is it a space where I feel safe and comforted, and considered? Is it a space where, my manager, supervisor, person above me is thoughtful and considerate of me? And because pay is usually a reflection of investment and consideration, right? So, do I care about the job? But I care about what it gives me, right? A lot of that is also the same in relationships. So just to kind of keep that in mind, keep a check on why you're with someone. And if you put aside your desired outcome, what is your connection to them? Put aside your desired outcome. If you put aside, oh hey, I want to be in a relationship. Oh hey, I am I want companionship. I want someone to be the mother or stepfather of my children. If you put that aside, what do you see this person as? Who do you see this person as? Are you invested in the idea of them, or are you invested in the person? Are you invested in that? And what if the question is, okay, well, can I be invested in both? Sure. What is your priority here? Of course, we all want to get what we want and need. We don't do anything if we don't. We don't do things just because we're invested in the outcome in some way, right? So, what is it? What is in it for you? That's always a question. What's in it for me? What am I getting out of this? And again, it's valid, it's important for both of you. What are you getting out of it? Are you invested in the idea? Are you invested in a person in relationship? Are you Sometimes folks are just invested in what it looks like. Oh damn it, I don't want to be somebody single. But you absolutely can't stand having to be in a relationship with someone and be accountable to someone else. Well, what the hell are you in a relationship for? It is a partnership. It's a two-way street. Does that make sense to everybody? Like, being clear about why you're in it. And if you're not in it to be invested or involved with this particular individual, and you're invested in the idea of it, that too shall pass. Because what you also realize is, with our desires and our interests and us being invested in the idea, are we haven't considered the possible consequences? Okay, if I'm just with someone to have a companion, what is that? How does that make them feel? How are we behaving in this relationship? What are we giving? Do we even have anything to give? No, because I'm in it for me. I'm in it to get what I can get, and whatever you get is optional, passive, not intentional. So be clear, you guys, because it can get really bad really fast, especially when people recognize, oh, you're not here for me, you're here for what I represent. That's tricky. And it can be feel invalidating and discouraging and all of those things too. So just to keep those things in mind. But I do hope that y'all enjoyed today. I wanted to keep it short and sweet, nothing super crazy, super long. If you have any questions or topic ideas, let me know. I hope y'all have a beautiful, wonderful day today. All right, peace.